I'm over at Ballarat today with Henry Dwyer. I've got the privilege of coming up into the nice office up the top here where it all happens. Cratsy's over the back doing a bit of work, and amazingly I was talking to someone on the phone on the way over, and I said it's good driving over Ballarat when I know that it's going to be a nice 25 or 28 degrees and not coming over in the middle of winter. But anyway, that's another complete story. That
been a long cold winter, Steve.
It has. It looks magnificent out there, mate. It probably looks great, mate.
Yeah, it's going well.
Looking good.
It was all done in the space of about 6 months when we decided we're leaving Caulfield, and it's come up pretty well. A few finishing touches to be put on, and a few winners to be trained to pay for it. But hopefully, Arthur Lays can do the job in a couple of weeks and start repaying some back.
Yeah, we all need that. We all need winners. It is a bit of horse heaven here. You're not lacking in anything. I'll give you that. You've put a lot of thought into it, and it looks magnificent over here. I'm going to get straight onto our runners from last week, which you can help me through. You're pretty au fait with the camera these days, so you don't mind a bit of TV time. So I'll work you through it. I'm sure you know all our horses. So runners last week was a really good week for us. We had Pinot Party, Froggy Newitt rode it at a heavy. It was almost a heavy 8 at Kyneton, and they were getting way off the track there, and they were swooping as well. So it didn't kind of map well for us, as I said in the pre-race. I reckon. The mail was that we'll get the blows pretty hard and they'll come for a couple of others, and they did. I think we opened up $2.90 and got out to $4.30, and Froggy sat it in the 1-1, and then as he does, went for home at the 400 on the poor little fella, but he hung on, and he's gone for a nice well-earned spell.
Done a good job, that horse.
Yeah, he has done a good job. He's at 3-1, 3-3, and he's been barbecued a couple of times on the way through. There's not much of him, but
is he the Redwood?
No, he's the deep field.
Oh yeah,
little deep field. Yeah, he's been barbecued a few times in the run and stuff like that. But he's got the job done, and Mick Price has got enough opinion to think he can come back and win a midweek or something around there, and have a lot of fun with him going forward. So he's been really good. And then the mighty Andrea Montagna went round in the 22.50 82, I think it was, over there in Adelaide. It was good timing.
Good move from over there. That horse, it's so weak for staying races over there at the moment, and having him over there, and obviously Victorian horse is not really able to get over there, and must not overtake him there. So what's he won? Is that the second win over there?
That's his third win over there at the moment. Yeah, and he's and the key to him at the moment is he's settling. He's not tugging. He's very relaxed over there. Loves that beach.
It's on the beach at Goolwa.
It's apparently a pretty nice place. It's where the Murray meets the.
Good spot. Bruce McAvaney actually lives there.
Oh, does he?
Place down there.
Yeah, right. It's where the Murray meets the sea, I think, is what they tell me. But some of the videos that come through are absolutely magnificent spot, and David's worked him out really, really well, and it's got him going great. So we'll probably. They've shut down racing over there, but hopefully David can keep working him, and he'll come back for the Werribee Cup. So we'll give him 3 weeks between runs, give him a chance to get him ready and drop him back 2,000 metres. And it's never a really strong race, is it, the Werribee Cup?
No, it's sort of changed complexion over the last few years. I think it's 2,500, 2,600, something like that.
It's back to 2,000.
Oh, they changed. I think they made it 2,600. They got about a few of 4, and then they changed it back. But there's not many other sort of country cups and stakes races around. It just falls by the wayside. So it will be a great race.
It'll be a good race. Tight turning track. He tends to ping off those bends really well. So it'll be lovely to get another country cups in the bag, and we can get Brad Bishop and Rick McIntosh bantering over the TV as well about that horse, which is always very funny. Then we had our Bonnie Mare Crone go around in the listed race up there at Doomben. I'm not sure if you saw that.
I didn't see it. I saw Tony go on 1 by 6, 7 lengths.
Well backed too. Yeah.
What's its name? The Spirit of Women. Jetting or doesn't matter.
Yeah, Jonker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonker went round there. It won pretty well. It was just a mess from the start. Went back, copped a check, went back to last. Actually, very similar to her run first up there last time before she really took off. It's almost like we burnt one there just to go around. She had a good blow after it, and she'll be back to fillies and mares grade on the 28th, and I think she'll be highly competitive there. But our main goal with her is the Magic Millions. It's a great time. There's a 1,300 metre fillies and mares race up there worth $1 million. That's her main aim, so we just want everything angling towards that. So she's flying along there. We also had Mount Madeira. It was pretty disappointing at Donald on Sunday. He went round and kind of loomed in as if he thought he was going to be in the finish somewhere, and just didn't finish off at all. we're changing tack with him. We've sent him, amazingly, this horse was just kind of running into roadblocks all the time. He actually had, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, when he was younger, he had tetanus.
Yeah, well, we sort of, every time the horse gets gelded or has a surgery, they give him a tetanus booster, and I've never actually had a horse get tetanus.
No,
I always wonder, but you told me there is one, so
yeah,
I'll keep
there is
giving
one. So there is one, and he had the tetanus boost and everything, and got it, and it was a pretty scary time. He's been through some roadblocks, that horse, and then we get him over to Adelaide and get him there Tuesday, and then they shut down racing Wednesday. So that's the kind of luck we've had with that horse at the moment. But we're just going to change tacks, and hopefully Dave can turn him around over there, get him on the nice beach over there, a little bit less weaker racing, and try and get a bit more confidence back into him, because there's a couple of nice race series over. I think not the Sky Bow, there's two nice races, the Alco Pop race series, and there's one other as well, Southern Speed race series, so that'd be good race series.
He won that sort of flew home that day at Flemington, wasn't he?
Yeah, missed a kick by, he Blinker's first time shared it.
Yeah.
There was another one, missed a kick by 10, Damien Lane rode him and got beaten a half a length, so he's shown enough potential. By Redwood, he should continue to kind of train on a little bit as well.
Well, they're obviously going to get better as they get older, Redwoods, but he's got some ability, so certainly over there you think he'd be winning races. That's
our runners from last week. Our upcoming runners, we were going to have Scottish Dancer go around on Friday night, but we've drawn a bad barrier. Got a bit of intel from Moonee Valley. The rail's out 7 metres, takes out the Canva, and Marty's reckons if you're not in the first 4, good luck.
Yeah, well, the further the rail goes out, the less chance you are of making ground. So.
Yep, so we'll scratch him there and head to Sandown on Wednesday. We've also got Get in the Queue, that's our Ready for Victory. It'll go round at wherever they are Sunday. Kilmore, are they? Kilmore Cup Day Sunday. It'll go around at Kilmore on Sunday. So it's probably going to be our next runner going around. Then we'll have Scottish Dancer go around on the Saturday. And then we had a nice trial this morning. Profiteer went round at Sandown this morning. They're really good testing trials down the back.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're 800 metres. They're more like 900 or 1,000 trials.
Yep.
The second half sort of up a nice hill. You wouldn't believe if you haven't you see it on TV and you wouldn't understand, but you go and look at the back straight there, it's 40 or 50 metres wide. Like the bit they tried on, they wouldn't even get near in a race, so we can carve it up all we want. And they just race there anyway, so it's really good.
Yeah, it's good trials. And more pressing points. We had the NZ sales, ready to run sales.
Yes.
And we've teamed up together to buy a really nice Tarzino colt that we hope can be competitive in the derbies. It's out of a more than ready mare, sprinting mare that we really like, the mix of staying, sprinting type of pedigree that we've got going there. She was a listed winner herself. She's thrown a couple of nice horses. And we think this horse is going to make a colt. John Foot at his very best. He loves the New Zealand pedigrees and he loves the New Zealand staying pedigree. So he's going to be one that you're going to train, and hopefully we can be talking this time next year and maybe having another one of these up there.
Let's hope so.
Like that.
I couldn't get over there obviously with the COVID restrictions, but John Foot loved him, and watching his breeze up, he breezed up nice enough, but mail from a few people I know over there was that he galloped pretty good, and he galloped pretty good before he went to the breeze ups. He just didn't breeze up that well because he looked okay, but he just didn't let down as well as he could because he pulled up shin sore.
Yeah, he did quite pretty bad shin sore,
but good type of horse, lovely pedigree. I was, Tarzino hasn't had runners yet, but I reckon they're a bit sharper than they should be, being a derby horse. I've got a filly over there that goes pretty well, I reckon, going towards the Cracker Millions.
Yep.
Out of a similar sort of sprinting 2-year-oldie sort of mare. So fingers crossed this bloke can get up and go a bit as a sort of late 2-year-old, 3-year-old and train on a bit as a stayer. Yeah,
100%. I'm really looking forward to that, and we've had a bit of success with John Byron over there for us. So and the ready to runs are always a good fill up, and you can get in a little bit cheaper. You don't have to worry about that 6 or 8 months development that they've got to do, breaking in, all the other stuff you've got to go through. That kind of all comes off the cost price as well, and you can get a good look at a horse. You can look at a yearling, and they can look completely different in 9 months' time, can't they?
Certainly. It just takes away a bit of risk as well. As you say, there's an 8 or 9 month gap there whereby you're buying a yearling, you're looking at them walking up and down. These horses, you can see them galloping, which takes out the horrible action. It takes out the wind issue because people obviously hear them, they make the noise when they gallop, and if they don't cope with the preparation preparation, they're not going to be there, and they'll look terrible because they'll be light. Whereas this horse looks big and strong, and he's copped it all pretty well. So yeah, it's a good
100%.
opportunity.
Yeah, exciting times. That is about it for me. La Flanaise is trialling Monday. You're really excited about the trials here.
Yeah,
it's after.
we were talking about Sandown before,
Yeah,
but these are probably better. These are we get to carve up the track here after Ballarat Cup Day, so they'll renovate it and they'll put us on from the chute here. I had a back window here. So there'll be 900 and 1100 metre trials. She'll trial over 1100 to the winning post. So normally if we're on the course proper here, we're around the back straight, but it's always good, especially for younger horses, not her, but if they're going to a winning post, they sort of got something to focus on, that's education, whereas if they're up the back straight, they sort of get lost and don't know where they're going. So there'll be a really good guide. There's a bit of rain forecast on Sunday, so it'll be a beautiful surface. And we'll give her a nice trial, see where she's at after, a quiet trial at Ararat.
Cool. No Channel 7 duties over here.
No, we're done.
You're done. So Henry always loves a bit of feedback on his on social media with his work. Or
Plenty of feedback, not much very positive on
even
social
when
media.
he's got his phone sitting there at Channel 7, you always give him, if you've got his number, give him a ring or a text while he looks down at the number. That's always a funny one. So can you leave us with something for Ballarat? Your home track. What have you got running? Is there anything there you like?
Ballarat Cup, I reckon. My apprentice Michael Boy, he's suspended, but he won on Dan O'Sullivan's mare, if you ever remember, in the
we know
main track.
her well, don't we?
We do. She's a good filly by Toronado. So I see her most mornings here working up the hill track, and she looks to have trained on pretty well for mine. And it's a strong race for Ballarat Cup, probably the strongest it's ever been.
Done well, haven't they?
Worth $500,000. So they've taken a bit of a decent horse from the Zipping Classic last week to here, which is good to see. And she'll be going well. I think Mark Zara jumps on because Pup's suspended, but won't lose anything there, obviously.
Cool. Have you got anything that, because what's happening is me and Lee are having a bit of a, excuse the French, a bit of a shit fight on who's the better tipster out of it. Lee does the weekly wrap and it comes up and he's been going okay, but we both tipped the same horse last week, unbeknownst to me. Lee kind of followed me in. The horse that came over of Richard Jolly's that won.
Camel Passer.
Camel Passer. We were really keen on that, and he threw it in after I'd already said it. But I've been really going on what the trainers have been advising me, and I've just had no luck. So you can help me out this week. What have you got?
You wouldn't know. He's a fat cap bureaucrat sitting up in the office, doing a cold face in the stables,
100%. Now you're
doing the hard yards.
We're talking from the same hymn book here.
Yeah.
Have you got anything like one of your runners coming up? Doesn't have to be at Ballarat, anywhere.
I'm quiet, but we've got a 3-year-old running at Geelong on Monday. Arapiles.
That's all you need to say. People can do their own homework and look that up.
He should be hard to beat on Monday.
Hard to beat on Monday. Arapiles on Monday at Geelong. Thanks. We won't waffle on for too much longer. We're done. But if you want to get involved with this Tarzano colt, we haven't got much left. I think we've already sold 25% of it. You're selling your shares really quickly as well. So I know we say that all the time, but it is actually happening. So give us a call, give me or Rob a call, and we'll definitely fit you in. Thanks
guys. Cheers.